And we are live. I'm William Henley.
And I'm William Quinn. How's everything going today in your neck of the woods, William?
Much better than the last time we talked. It's been a while.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Well, you know what? It's been a couple months. I think I decided, and I think we kind of agreed on this mutually that, you know what? Let's just take a break, and be like the seventh day in the Bible and just take a rest for a little bit. I think taking a rest for a little bit, refreshes us and then gives us new meaning and direction as far as what we want to do as far as the show is concerned, and moving forward, what ideas and topics we can do later on. Definitely.
Yeah, and right now on YouTube, there's many shows taking a break. One of my
Hmm.
favorite, Geography Now, is they're taking an indefinite break. A couple of my Cinemassacre, which don't look it up if you don't know what it is. It's pretty vulgar, but they've been on YouTube for over 10 years and are now taking a break indefinitely. So it just seems right now with the world the way it is,
Hmm.
everyone, it's just breaking.
It makes sense, I mean, I can maybe use the example of Pastor Robert's sermon this past weekend about what he did on the summer vacation. The first bullet point he used in the sermon was "I rested." And
Mhm.
I look at our what we did as similar and such. So I mean, it's biblical, it's straightforward, it's practical. I mean, I don't see why Christians shouldn't look at that as a priority when as far as even it's like a volunteer ministry or if you're being paid for it. Having a time to rest refreshes us spiritually and mentally. So it's a win-win situation for both.
Mhm. And one of the things I decided I'm doing tonight is just zero editing on the show, and also almost zero prep work. And you know, I love being on here talking with Quinn and stuff like that. I'm just at the point where I just dread, what's coming afterwards. The hours of editing and even a lot of cases, just the hours of getting stuff set up. Now, of course, right now with COVID, we're meeting by Skype. But before that, there was the lighting and getting the cameras set up, and there was just before we started shooting, back when we were in the quote unquote studio, easily 2 hours of setup, and
Hmm.
then easily 5 to 10 hours of editing afterwards. So,
And I look at that as just a sign of maturity for us. Even just learning the ropes of how the show can work and being practically efficient in how you edit the show and how we put the show together. I think that's going to help us in the long run. Just take the pressure off and just do it the practical way. We're going to be fine.
mm,
And just I just like the fact that technology now, when we have Skype and Zoom, we can get shows done easier now, even if we're like 50 miles away from each
mm,
other. I'm in Seagoville, Texas. You're in Haltom City, Texas, and I just like the fact that even though we're that far apart, we can still connect. And I mean, I wish we had this like 30 years ago. I mean, it'd be shows like I'd probably be like 15 years old. But I just love the fact that God creates and finds ways to use technology to glorify Him.
mm.
I think us being efficient like this is gonna be a catalyst for that.
Yeah, and I said the timing of this was just crazy because it's like 2 years ago, Zoom wasn't mature. We had Skype, but it wasn't nearly as mature as it is now. The internet of the entire world allowing us now to work from home. news broadcasters are now broadcasting from their home. It's and speaking of, just learning the ropes and stuff, I think we're both a lot more comfortable talking in front of the camera now. And so that means we can actually record live and not have to worry about editing like we did before. I'm no longer saying and oh, hold on, let me look this up.
Yeah.
So, so, this is first time back in, I guess our last show was late June, early July. So, what did you do on your summer vacation?
Well, just a lot of spiritual thinking, a lot of maturity. Just want to see what God has for me the next few years of my life, and I think just at this time, God's really taking a step, wanting me to take a step of faith and seeing what He really wants to do in my life, and I just, just looking at it in biblical terms, just I got a feeling that my heavenly Father's gonna take care of me, no matter what happens. I mean, no matter what bad things will happen, God's gonna take care of me, and I just really have been grasping on that for the past few months. And another thing also is just as far as the show goes, even though we haven't, one thing I want to ask you about is even though we haven't done a show in a couple of months, we gained like 15 subscribers, which is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, I know. I get these notifications on Facebook, and it's like you had 3 new followers this week, or 5 new views, and I'm like, I haven't posted anything on Facebook in like 2 months.
I mean, that's just a God thing. That's the only thing I can say about that. That's just 100% pure God thing. You know, if we're doing that, the content we have, I think we have on there right now currently, even just what we had during our break, all we that we had beforehand, God's using that for some purpose. That's the only thing I can think of. I can think of what's going on. Um, I mean, we are. I mean, I just love the fact that we're getting a following, and God's ordaining it.
Mhm.
That's the only thing I can see from it.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh gosh, I just lost my train of thought. And this is how we usually edit. But uh, yeah, as far as the show's concerned, I'm still interested in doing it. I think this format works. There's so many shows right now that's actually going with a similar format. Um,
Right.
so now tonight, we really don't have much of a topic. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Um, okay, have you gone back, say, within the past month or two, and watched any of our early shows?
I did a little bit, not too much, but I did a little bit. But now that you brought it up, I'm gonna try to do that.
They are
Is our
so
pilot still on?
cringy.
Really?
It is.
I need to look at them. Is our original pilot still on Anchor?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the original pilot is still up. Um, which, by the way, not even going to mess with sponsors tonight because I don't feel like editing it in. Um, but yeah, the that first 2 or 3 episodes, I was watching it and it was still called like the Two Williams, and
Mm.
it was so cringy to watch. And I hear YouTubers all the time saying how they want to go back and delete their early videos because they just can't stand to watch them.
I'll look at it again. I haven't seen it in full, but I'll look at it again now that we brought it up and just see. I guess we can. I guess we can. It's good to look back though, because it shows how mature we've gotten in the process and how we're doing things, and how much better we've gotten. I think.
Yeah, definitely. I guess we're talking about summer vacations and stuff. I did a
You went on a trip. You just got back from a trip. I
yeah.
saw.
Actually, two trips. I do have some photos I can show, and probably going to go through these pretty fast because kind of went through them before the show, got it down
Hmm.
to about 100 slides, and so I'm probably going to go through these rather quickly just because there's so many. So probably let's see. I should have play
Let's
slideshow.
look at them. See what you got.
No files. Hold on.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. Uh, W. Okay. We are gonna go. Okay. July at all, and then go over here to. You know what? Let's just do that. We'll just start with July. Okay. Um. So in July for my birthday, I took a week vacation. I started off, and one of the nice things about traveling in COVID is you can right now get really nice hotels for cheap. This is a Hilton
Hey,
Suites. I got this for $80
I'm,
a night.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, no, I mean, no, I mean, they're trying to get rooms, you know,
Yeah.
occupied as all. I mean, I guess people are. I guess all these hotels are trying to, lower. I mean, lower prices is a blessing in disguise for some people.
Mhm.
I mean, the people who are still like to travel, as long as they take this, as long as they take the right precautions, everything should be fine. You know.
I got a story about this. Every time I go out to Tennessee, something happens. This
Hmm.
time, I got caught in a tornado, and there was branches down over the streets, over the highways, power lines down, and it was dark. I was trying to follow my GPS and ended up in a ditch, and had to have a couple of guys pull me out with. Luckily, the only thing that happened to my car here was it got dirty. I went to this here is Cross Church in Northwest Arkansas. Ronnie Floyd pastor. This used to be First Baptist Church of Springdale, Arkansas. This is where several of the Duggar kids got married. It's where Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar got married. But only one of the Duggar kids is still involved in that church. But it was Gateway was still closed at this time, so it was really nice to go back and be in a mega church again.
The front, the front looks very similar to Gateway.
Yeah,
The front does everything. So
very similar. This is like a 2,500 seat auditorium, whereas Gateway's
mm,
4,000, but
right.
very similar layout. This here is Nashville. Let's see. Like I said, went with a friend out to Puckett's, and you know this friend.
That Katy?
That's Katy.
That's Katy. All right.
That's Katy. Um, this here is Clinton, Tennessee, and yeah, $100 a night. Got a room with a jacuzzi.
There you go.
Yeah,
In the same room as the bedroom. That's interesting. That's
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Let's see. Went down to Pigeon Forge, and I got to see the. See if I can zoom in on this. They have a Titanic museum there. And this is the largest Titanic museum in the world. They even have a recreation of the Grand Staircase. They have over 400 artifacts recovered from the real Titanic.
Mhm.
Just absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, you can't take photos inside.
Yeah.
Now, Pigeon Forge is a tourist trap, so this was the most expensive place I stayed, and it's a motel. It's a Days Inn, and I paid $130 a night for this place just because it's Pigeon Forge.
Yep.
Let's see. Went to the Dolly Parton Stampede, which was a lot of fun.
That's
Which is
awesome.
a dinner show. There's dinner at the Stampede. Went down to the World's Fair Park there in Knoxville. You can see that.
You remember when they had? Remember when they had the World's Fair there?
You remember that in
The eight.
1964?
Yeah.
You that old? Okay, so they had, of course, this is COVID. The
Mm.
Everything was closed, but I mean, it was still cool to see Sunsphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Unfortunately, the Sunsphere was closed due to COVID. Then I stayed in the Baymont Hotel in Clinton and had a jacuzzi there as well. And I paid $70 a night for this one. So this here is my friend's church. Went to go see them. It was really nice because nobody, no mask or anything. We actually had covered dish meal. And I actually made cakes, and they decided, hey, let's just go ahead and turn this into like a dessert fellowship. And it was really the first time their church had gotten together for anything like this since COVID started. So,
That's good.
but yeah, I was just out there. Now, my friends, actually 2 weeks after I left, actually caught COVID. So,
Mm.
but when I went here, nobody in the county had COVID. It's almost like it was something alien. It hadn't come to them yet. Beautiful sunset. They just poured their parking lot, so kids were really enjoying it. Um, let's see. That's Memphis. This was a cool thing to find in my hotel room in Memphis. And so, yeah, so that was, and then, I know this is taking way too long. This is why, but, yeah, I just, for a 3-day weekend, went back out there to visit them again. This is DFW Airport, and this is on a Saturday evening, which normally it should be packed. It's almost dead. But yeah, we were still flying. I was able to get an SUV for the same price as a compact car, so I went ahead and took the upgrade. Uh, Back with Katy at Puckett's there in Nashville.
Mm.
Let's see. This is hotel in Nashville. There is my friend preaching. A lot of y'all probably know who this is. Now, this is another reason I took a photo of this is they're not allowed to pass the offering plates anymore. So this is what they collect the offering in. So
Mm.
kids coming up to give the offering.
Mm-hmm.
But finally got a photo with this is photoshopped, by the way. Reason is it's because I had someone photobomb the well, I don't think she understood that I didn't want her in the photo, just some random person,
Yeah.
and so I actually cut her out. But it's still a good Photoshop. But
I got you.
yeah, so this is my friend and some of his kids and one of his grandkids. And then just went on a drive out through the Smoky Mountains, which absolutely beautiful drive. My friend is going out there in about 2-3 weeks, and I'm like, this is going to be amazing. Then you can see the leaves were just starting to change colors in 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And let's see, that's yeah, there's me.
Great shot of yourself. Another great shot.
Made it to the state line. Great food. This is why they call it the Smoky Mountains.
Mm.
Oh yeah. One of the places I stopped to eat. Apparently, they had a cat that got in, and he was just the friendliest guy. And he, I'm sure, probably health code violation having a cat in the restaurant. But
Yeah.
This is Nashville Airport.
Oh,
Yeah, this just shows
is
you.
that an empty? Is that an empty space right there, or is that just another hallway on the right side? Yeah, there.
This right here is a gate.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Gotcha. I gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay.
But they're actually doing a lot of renovation and stuff. Now that hardly nobody's flying. Well, say hardly nobody's flying. They've reduced the number of flights. Now let me show you the plane. The plane was packed.
Wow.
So they reduced the number of flights, but then packed the planes. And then because they have so few flights, they're like small planes in the hubs. So instead of a direct flight from Nashville to DFW, had a layover in Charlotte, and this just shows you this is where they were funneling everyone through, and Charlotte was packed because all flights were being routed through Charlotte. And
Gotcha.
that's my photos. So
I can say you had a blessed summer, blessed time off.
mhm.
I'm happy for you. Just getting that time to just get away and with friends and with Katy, and just to have some time fellowship, and even in tough times. I'm blessed for you. I'm happy for you. Um, something I'd like to do one day myself. When I get the time, and um, just I just feel that this time off has really helped us refresh and re-energize ourselves to move forward with the show. And I think all the stuff you did was just awesome, man, and I commend you for that.
Yeah. One of the advantages of being single is I can just go, and
Yep.
I have 4-day work weeks, so I get 3-day weekends, and then hey, this is unusual. So, did you take any online classes when you were at TKU?
Oh yeah, plenty, tons.
Okay, so if you remember between fall one and fall two, spring one and spring two, there is no break.
Right.
Well, this year was different. They gave a break. They shortened them from 8-week classes to 7-week classes. So because
Yeah,
2 7-week classes, I got a 2-week break between classes.
that's not bad.
So, um, and then they're also restructuring the classes. So they're easier because right now, both students and faculty, our minds are just, right now. And
Right.
so they lightened a lot of the coursework and stuff like that. So it's been a blessing that they
And
did that.
I have been watching Chapel. I have been watching Chapel still, and from right that on that TV right there, which is still awesome. Chapel's, even though the Chapels is still a little more streamlined than it used to be when I was there, but still, I mean, the messages are still powerful, and I commend TKU for persevering through this madness, and still giving good chapel, great worship, and you know I'm still so happy to be alumni there now, and just you know appreciating what Eric is doing, and all the faculty there is doing as well. So um, hopefully I'll be able to get to do the all the alumni stuff also soon, and just hopefully that when all this madness is over with, TKU and all of us that went there, all the alumni and all the faculty and all the staff and all the students especially, can come out of this full steam ahead and reach the world.
Mhm. Yeah. I was wanting to talk on a about a month ago. I contacted you about a topic I wanted to do. And
Mhm.
I have decided to drop that topic. And the reason is I'm not going to talk about what the topic is, but it's, well, I'm going to talk about vaguely. It's something that happened up at the church over the summer. One of our guest speakers, and I thought he was speaking downright heresy. And I got quite vocal about it on Facebook, but I decided I was actually wanting to do a whole episode over it, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna drop it because I'm sure that the church has probably already spoken to the speaker about it. I am, and I feel like I do not. I should not be the one to call the church out, give the church a black eye over this. It is my church. I love this church, and
Mhm.
I just, I don't want to, I don't want to throw them under the bus like that. So I'm dropping
I
the topic.
and I and I agree with you on that. I mean, something like that. That's just petty, you know.
Mhm,
I mean, and I mean that in a good way. I
mhm,
mean, just the big picture is, it was their decision to bring the guest speaker in, and I don't know if they, I don't know if the guest speaker gave them the information beforehand before the sermon was preached. Um, they must have had, I don't know, but I don't want to, like you, I don't want to get into details on that. So I don't. Gateway is a great church. I
mhm,
mean, are they perfect church? No, of course
mhm,
not. They're gonna make mistakes. I mean, I don't know if it could have been avoided. I don't. I just wish that maybe there was more communication between the speaker and the church beforehand. But you're right. I mean, it's petty. It's petty. It's not important.
mhm,
The main thing is,
mhm,
you know, maybe someone that heard the sermon was still blessed.
mhm. I, I don't know. I mean, I was talking with professors up at TKU after I called the guy out, and I had professors who were saying, "Yeah, we agree with you 100%," but they said it is gutsy to call someone out like that while you're a student here at TKU. It's like there could be repercussions. So
Hmm.
it's in the end, I felt like it wasn't worth it. There's been stuff preached at Gateway before. They brought in several years ago the Institute for Creation Research. Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, those people are psycho. I mean, they are nuts. Um, And for those of y'all who don't know what the Institute of Creation Research is, they they are so have it so ingrained in their mind that the Earth is 6,000 years old that they will actually twist scientific data to meet their hypothesis. And it's bad science. It is their conclusions are laughable. If you want to think that the Earth is 6,000 years old, by all means, you're welcome to believe that. But what the Institute was doing, no, that was it's not cool. Some of the stuff they're doing, but but that was several years ago, and
Yeah.
so yeah, they're always bringing in guest speakers, and a lot of the times just to give you different perspectives and stuff like that. So now if Pastor Robert came up there on the platform and started repeating some of that stuff, I'd probably leave. But I don't see Pastor Robert doing that.
Yeah, I don't either. I think, excuse me. Um, I think God's given Pastor Robert a strong gift of discernment. I think he knows what needs to be said at the right time and when it needs to be said. And that's what I've always appreciated about Pastor Robert. He is very good at giving the right message at the right time in the most reasonable and logical way possible and loving way possible. I've always appreciated that, and that's what eventually draw me to Gateway Church. When I started out about 11 years ago, I just liked the way he preached, and it wasn't stuck up preaching. It was knowledgeable preaching, but it was very in a reasonable, teachable manner. You know, I just love the way that he articulates um, he's learned all these years, and but in a very conversational but effective way, and that's what drew me to this church. And um, I've been to churches before that it was just hours and hours of just facts this and facts that, and it just when I heard Pastor Robert for the first time, it was just a breath of fresh air,
Mhm.
invigorating. I just took it like that instantaneously.
First time I heard Pastor Robert speak, I said I'm not going back to that church.
Yeah.
I really did. And let me tell you why. It was the first time I ever walked into Gateway. It was at their current South Lake campus. I had never seen a church that big or a church with that much money. Um, I,
Mm-hmm.
I walked in, and that happened to be the one weekend. Well, he does like about a 3 or 4 week series about once every 5 years on tithing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked in there. He was saw a rich church with money. He's preaching on tithing, and coming from a Baptist background, he mentioned something that was a big no-no to me, which he was talking about. When his daughter was going to start dating this guy, he looked at his tithing records. And
Mm-hmm.
from a Baptist background, the pastor does not have access to the tithing records. Um,
That.
yeah, because the thought is the pastor's supposed to be there for counseling and stuff like that, and he should not know who's giving how much, and give people special treatment and stuff like that.
That's a very interesting take on that. I don't know how much Pastor Roberts has maybe strayed away from that background. I mean, probably a lot now since you mentioned that. I mean, but I think in some instances, he just wants the best. He just wants the best for his daughter Elaine, and
Yeah.
um,
Now,
I
of
completely
course, now I
understand.
get it.
Yeah.
Because my heart's been changed. About tithing and stuff.
Right.
But yeah. So oh,
Just to piggyback on that right quick, I'll be dead honest with you. I was not a consistent tither until I got to Gateway. I do I still have struggles on tithing? I do. I'm not. I'll admit that right now. I do. Um, it's something I'm working on. Just um, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, but I mean, uh, something I can ask for prayer on. Just God to give me discernment on that attitude of my life. Just what I want as far as tithing goes. That's something I'm striving to work on, and at times I'm really good at it, and other times I'm not so great at it. I'm just
you know,
lay that out right now. So.
what it was for me was actually not the Blessed Life, which those of y'all who aren't with Gateway, the Blessed Life is his sermon series on tithing. It was not the Blessed Life series that did it for me. It was the sermon series Free Indeed. And the very first sermon in the Free Indeed series was called The First Open Door, and about letting the enemy into your life. And it says in the Bible that, tithing is a commandment. And Micah says, you have robbed from me, by, withholding your tithes. And so withholding your tithes is disobedience to God. Disobedience is sinning. And sin is opening the door for the enemy. And when I heard that, it changed everything. Because for years I felt like I was being cursed, that the enemy had an open door. And so as far as tithing, many churches do this, and this is what I do, is I just have auto drafts set up. And so on payday, it's auto drafted right out of my paycheck. I know how much I make. I got 18% of it going to the church. And which the reason I have 18% is because didn't realize it, but I calculated my 10% on a week that I'd worked overtime. And I actually didn't realize that for about several months, and but I was so blessed and not even missing it that I pretty much left it set up. And because it's auto drafted, it's like by the time I check my balance after payday, it's already come out. It's like I don't even miss it. And so many churches now allow you to do auto drafting.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Um, that is awesome testimony, William. And I just feel that if you're struggling in that area, just take it to God. Just let God tell you what He wants you to do on that. Let Him make the steps to show you, scripturally wise, how that can be accomplished. Even if the other areas too, like if you're having a situation that you want to improve on, take it to God. Just read the Bible, read the scriptures, and let it show you how to get through that hurdle.
Mm-hmm.
So we got about 40 minutes right now. Let's go ahead and end the show right now. So any final thoughts, William?
Man, I am refreshed. That being said, I am in my last year at TKU, so definitely probably will not be weekly shows. We will do a show and we have something to talk about.
I gotcha. So sounds good to me. I'm gonna try to do some shows on my own. I know you did a show last year on your own with Vitaly, which was great, by the way. So I think I think my end of the bargain. So I'll try to do one of my own on my end. I'm gonna try to do it through Zoom. So I'll probably need some help on trying to record that. So on my own. So and so basically thanks everyone for joining the Modern Faith Unlimited show tonight. If you want to reach us out on social media, like I said, our Facebook handle is Modern Faith Unlimited. Twitter handle is @ModernUnlimited. Instagram is Modern Faith Unlimited. And also we got our website, modernfaithunlimited.com. I'm going to try and knock out a blog this week. May just get an update on what's going on with the show and also something that's going on my end. And anything else you want to add, William?
I am good. Wow, that's a really weird thing. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But yeah, no, so that's it. This is what it looks like when we don't edit. So bye-bye.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Everyone, thank you. Have a great night. Thanks for listening and thanks for tuning in tonight. Peace, everyone. God bless. Thank you.
Bye bye.